My name's Andrew, and today I'm gonna take a leg of lamb and I'm gonna do a Jewish version of an Italian porchetta. And we're gonna create a mint-style pesto, throw that in there, wrap it up like a little Debbie Swiss roll, and we are gonna REKA leg of lamb. Hey everybody, welcome back to REKA. Today we have an Easter special for you. Easter's a time where we celebrate both the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, where he came to earth and he conquered sin and death. And in the Jewish culture, they would always eat lamb around Passover, and that's transferred over into today, where a lot of people eat lamb around Easter time. We have here lamb. If you are going to pick up lamb, I highly recommend, it's not biased, that you get New Zealand lamb. New Zealand lamb is available at Trader Joe's if you're in the United States. If you're in New Zealand, it's available locally. I have 5.5 pounds bone in. We're gonna debone that. I have a squanch load of fresh mint, 2 lemons, a garlic, a whole bunch of kosher salt, and you need kosher salt because it's kosher, because it's Easter time, because that's Jewish. A fresh cucumber, a sprig of dill, a whole bunch of pine nuts, plain yogurt, some butcher twine, and some olive oil. We're also gonna be making some naan style flatbread, a little bit multicultural, cross-culture, but we're gonna go with naan bread. In New Zealand, there's about 4.9 million people now, but there's 26 million sheep. So you best hope that there's never a sheep uprising, because those people are gonna be in trouble. They're well outnumbered. Let's get cooking. So we're gonna create like a mint-based pesto. Never heard of anyone doing it, but we're doing it today. All right, let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're going to butcher our lamb leg and put that suntan lotion all over that little lamb. So we have our leg of lamb. This comes up into the hip, that's the hip bone there. I want to take this bone out. I'm gonna slice down towards the bone, because once I remove the bone, we're gonna butterfly this. Just coming down the side of the bone like that, coming down behind the bone, coming around the bone, and we're just simply removing the bone from the equation. There's our bone. We want to flatten this out. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to counter butterfly now, because as you're going to see in a little bit here, we actually want to create like almost a Swiss roll effect. So you can see here we have a really lengthy piece of lamb. We're going to salt it and add our mint pesto into the lamb, roll it up, twine it, and that is going to be just a flavor bomb. Think of a carnivore little Debbie Swiss roll. So I'm going to take some kosher salt. We're now going to take our mint pesto and I'm going to generously start lathering it through every segment of the meat. It's literally going to marinate from the inside out. Okay, now we're going to lose a little bit when we roll this up, so I've kind of allowed for that. We want to just start to roll this meat. Now that's the outside skin, so we're going to come back here. There is our leg of lamb. I'm going to twine this whole thing up, and then we're going to take the remaining and baste the outside as well. So that now is ready to go on the grill. Let's throw this lamb on the grill. So I'm going to stick it right over the top there, and we are going to low and slow this bad boy. Let's go. Let's take our cucumber and thinly slice the cucumber, and we're going to lay it on a bed of salt. This is a traditional style of preparing cucumber, and the salt's going to kind of draw a lot of moisture out of it. We're going to put this in the fridge for an hour, put cling wrap over the top, and then it's going to be ready to join its family in the tzatziki bath. Let's put these in the fridge. Let's bring our tzatziki together. I have plain Greek yogurt. You don't want to have anything sweetened or anything like that. I have 5 cloves of garlic. I like a little bit extra zing. Some lemon, a sprig of dill here, some kosher salt. I have a section of English cucumber and some olive oil. Typically with tzatziki, like a lot of sauces and marinades, you actually want to leave this overnight. We don't actually have time. If you can make this the day ahead, it's just that much better. We're going to finish with a very tiny garnish. Add a tiny little bit of lemon on the top, some olive oil, and a dash of salt. We're going to now set this to the side and bring this together. I want the internal temperature between 145 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit for a medium rare to medium finish. We want to have, with lamb, pretty pink in the middle, even a little bit what looks to be like a rare finish. Look at that amazing work of art. Let's take this guy inside. Let's tent this thing up so we can keep that warm while it's resting. And just preserve all that good flavor and let those juices redistribute. Now we're going to make some naan. We found an amazing Josh Weissman video. He made a flour tortilla recipe. We took that recipe and adapted it into like a flatbread naan bread. We're gonna make that today. Hey, so I took one of these little dough balls, about 35 grams. I smashed them with my rolling pin until they were perfectly flat. And then I got my griddle ripping hot and threw the flat dough on the griddle for about 20 to 30 seconds each side until they were perfectly crispy. Once they're done, I place them in my tortilla warmer. Let's go in now and see how this lamb looks after. Oh my God. The smell before I even cut into this is insane. Literal insanity.
What do you think you are, crazy or something?
But look at this. You see, got a beautiful smoke ring. See, it's spiraled round and it has flavor through every layer of the meat. Just a little caveat, the tzatziki actually is a Greek dish. We've got an overall Mediterranean theme. Bringing this elegant platter together of a very appetizing and yet healthy meal. You can see here the cucumbers that we salted earlier and you saw me drain. That is now gonna also be, you can use it as a dip in this tzatziki. Phenomenal. Salty, sweet, beautiful. We can't have an Easter without Jewish Kadem grape juice. So here's to your health. Super good. Okay, let's try the star of the show. I'm gonna you can just feel picking up this lamb, how tender it is. Shall we go in? I think we should. Oh, heck yeah. Zero game, super tender, moist, it's not dry, and all of the mint and garlic has permeated the meat. You need to figure this out for your family this Easter. We're posting this so you have just enough time to go get a leg of lamb and follow this recipe, because we don't want you
have had diarrhea since Easter's.
Enjoy some lamb, enjoy some tzatziki, super easy to make. Cucumbers, I mean, dude, cucumber and salt. Have a wonderful Easter. Blessings from my family to yours. And remember that Jesus is the reason for this season. Please share, like and subscribe, and hit the notification button. We want to make the algorithm start to move and get the REKA message out there. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week for another exciting REKA adventure recipe.
Okay.